We all know Harry and Meghan decided that they would only speak to certain people in the media. But was that a laughable statement in itself? And more importantly, given the fact that the media seem to be attacking them at all levels, are they now having something of a change of heart? Hi, morning, Neil. Sean here in the heart of London. Thank you for joining me today. Welcome one and all brand new subscribers. If you're wondering where I am today, this building is particularly spectacular. Has a lot of history too, let me tell you, because these are now the Queen's Apartments buildings. But way back, this was a spectacular cinema, the Queen's Cinema in West London, and it saw premieres of great movie stars like Gina Lollobrigida, Diana Dawes, and if you're a movie buff, you will notice that it actually pops up in a very famous British film called The Blue Lamp, which starred Jack Warner from 1950. Brilliant, brilliant movie if you haven't checked it out. Very British though. But sadly, like a lot of cinemas in that particular era, it declined. And then for a while it was a restaurant. Then they didn't know what to do with it, so they boarded it up. And now, like everything, it's luxury apartments. Certainly ones I can't afford in this particular area, let me tell you. But it would have been at this sort of cinema where you would have got your news feed from the Pathy News. Or if you live in America or around the world, it would have been Fox News, of course, on the screen, or Warner Brothers, that sort of stuff, Pathy, Pictorial. There were so many, all sending camera crews around. See, breaking news, even that's not new, is it? News channels, that sort of stuff. But going back to your royal story, this is where for me it gets particularly interesting, because just before Harry and Meghan decided to Megxit, they sent out a missive from their office basically claiming that there were going to be only certain periodicals and news agencies that were favourable to them that they were willing to speak to. Now, as we saw recently with that letter from Meghan Markle to Congress, it's, well, a laughable statement in itself, because although they only released it to their favourite media outlets, everyone was able to pick it up. Do people who work for Harry and Meghan not understand how digital media works? Once you release it, it's free for all. Anybody can pick it up. You, me, anybody. And that's exactly what they did. But what is interesting as ever for me is this. They had no intention of banning any media at all. They just wanted to make a statement to the tabloids and the glossies that, well, if you don't support us, then we're not going to speak to you. But as they found out, much to their detriment, it doesn't matter whether they speak to us or not, because time and time again, what they're releasing becomes quite laughable. Now, in the case of Meghan writing this short letter, a mere 1,000 words, lots of people were basically saying, well, why didn't somebody sit down and help her construct a more professional media letter? And that's true. But for Harry and Meghan, of course, by banning certain elements of the media, it only creates interest in what they're planning to do next. And that's exactly what they want. So as ever, is it double standards for the ex-royals? And are they truly, as ever, really just looking for a lot of attention? Neil Sean in the heart of London.